welcome back, and a very good afternoon once again to our viewers, and welcome to the heart of football in the north. We are live from a packed Oshakati Independence Stadium, where the atmosphere is electric for this massive Namibia Premiership clash. Today, the pride of the north, Eeshoke Chula host Okahandja United. What promises to be a thriller as the two teams comes out of the tunnel there to line up and perhaps shake hands, greet each other, meet up with the referees, and so on. I am with Stein once again here as my co-commentator, and I am Donald Borosing Twaro Mamputi. What's on it? As you can clearly see there, the teams greeting each other. Very exciting encounter that we are waiting here. And we are in the business end of the current season, and the stakes couldn't be higher here. Chula comes into this one sitting in a strong position near the summit of the log, currently just 1 point behind their bitter rivals in the league, as the league leaders actually in African Stars, who are also playing at this same time. And now looking at Eeshoke Chula, how they will be coming up. Look out, Michael Jonas, wisely Fasi there up front, and Athanasius Kotumo, as well as Teddy Tainguafa in the pack line there. We have Christian Samsepa, we have Edward Kadetuna, as well as Fred Komsepa, that is currently on the bench for now. And the match officials, for now we have Naftan Nekongo as the man in the middle of the pitch. Mukatela Mia, we have him there as the first official, and then we have Okahandja United here coming up. Okeri Hangeru, watch out for the number 8 Simon Nande. We have Denzel Abase as well as Gosber Usiku. There will be the players that will be looking at not getting goals from the stubborn Kwebwe in Michael Jonas this afternoon. We have Lovi Kahiru as well on the bench with the other players that will be coming on in the second half, or rather during this match, as it is time for pictures. We are likely not to receive rain, no clouds at all. They are very far. As you can see, the temperatures have risen as it is well in the afternoon here with 29 degrees Celsius. There we have it, the man that will be in charge of this match, Naftal Negongo, all the way from Khomas region. Our commentators there, Stein Hamwala and Alex Lumpanjani from Zambezi region. We have Nia Muketelela from Kabangwe East as the second match official, and Mr. Juba Chenjela from Zambezi, as well as Kendi Kalatou from Zambezi. My sister there being the vice chairperson of the referees here in Namibia, doing a great job with the referees. There he is, the man in Richard Garizep, the one that will be looking at perhaps aiming and believing that he can, or he still can, occupy top position, or rather the top 8, and further qualify for the top 8 tournament that will be held in Swakopmund, Osho, and then the final in Wintu. There we have it, Eeshoke Chula asking from the man above to bless them with 3 points. Is the man above really going to respond to them this afternoon? I am not so sure, but there they are, as Okahandja United is well ready to really go ahead with this fixture here. John Sikerete, the man that has been on the helm of this team here, smiling with those dark glasses. I guess he should be a happy man that his team is occupying second place in the Premiership. But then he will be looking at perhaps winning the title. It is a massive one, a very big one for that matter. at staying here. That is the whistle for now. That has signaled the start of this match here. Stein, where do you see it going this afternoon?
Chuaro, this is a long-awaited match or a long-awaited weekend, especially for Chula Chula fans and supporters. And then I'm telling you, Chula Chula today is a do or die for them. And believe me, if they can win this game today here, it should give positive hope to their supporters and players. And as for Okahandja United, they are here to prove that they are also one of the Premier League team yes, they are one of the Premier League team, and they mean business. Perhaps they are here to spoil the party for Chula Chula today. Let's hope they won't, or they will not throw sand into Chula Chula's food.
Chula have built their season on a rock-solid defense, but they will need more than just a clean sheet today to keep their title hopes alive. As the throwing, the written there on the box, not so sure as to what they are saying there. Perhaps we'll have a second look at that again and try to read, give the message to the supporters that are perhaps watching on TV this afternoon. Now across from Okahandja United, the Garden Town boys, they arrived here looking to play the role of spoilers. They've had a season of up and downs as well, currently sitting in the mid-table, but don't let that fool you, please. They are more than capable of an upset here this afternoon if Eeshoke Chula Chula is not careful. The last time these two met earlier this season, Chula Chula walked away with a narrow 1-0 victory. So you can bet the visitors are really hungry. Look at that shot, hungry for revenge today. And I think that is the signal of revenge, that shot there. Unfortunately, just wide.
Definitely, and it's good to see Okahandja United want to start this game with so early and make sure they control the game. And if Chula Chula are not careful enough, they might consider on an early stage of the game.
The early stage of the game here, as we still wait for these two teams really to give us a very good match here. That is what we are. That is what we are really anticipating here. However, really not so sure as to how this is going to end. There's rather hope for a good one from both these teams. Of course, as a Eeshoke Chula Chula supporter, you wouldn't want things to go both ways. You would want your team to win, and I guess so goes with the supporters of Okahandja United. So you can see there, another one could be, only if it was headed in the right direction, but then the referee saw a foul there and says, let's pull it back. And look at that goalkeeper coming out from far, punching that one in the process, getting injured. There's Shimombo. That again, Stein.
Yes, it was an early long ball there from Chula Chula, and then unfortunately Wise couldn't reach there first. The goalkeeper reached there, and then I know no one, even the goalkeeper, want to mess with Wise because of his strength and that physicality. One will avoid it, but as a goalkeeper you have to do your job. But yes, the game have started so well, and let's hope it will rain goals even more than the first game that we were watching.
Let's hope it will rain goals this afternoon. Let's really hope it will rain goals as the goalkeeper takes his time there, just to shake off that injury there. There is a danger man in Stoffel Verpian. Should be looked out at, otherwise he's going to silence the crowd this afternoon if they are not careful. And For now, really, I think the two teams just are trying to feel out each other here. Another throw in there for Eeshoke Chula. As we have it there with the young man in Matthews Jr. Look at that, another crazy one there. Proven to be difficult. Long throw there.
Yes, it's an airy threat from Chula again. And I think if they keep on with this pressure, they might get something out of it.
Another corner there for Eeshoke Chula. Long one there, look at that header, two players coming on there, perhaps just a lack of communication, but then the defense of Okahandja United would be very happy to see that one going wide. And
yes, they are very happy indeed, and I think it's a lack of communication between the two players, two defenders of Chula, and at least if they could have communicated, it could have resulted into a very positive head-in, and then who knows, maybe it could have their early goal of the match.
Could have been the early goal of the match there, and I can tell you the drums are beating. Look at that. As you can see, the other game have started as well, with African Stars threatening in the early minutes of that match there. It is taking place in Windhoek at the Independence Stadium.
Yes,
it is currently on NBC1.
Yes, a very good start there for African Star.
And another free kick here for Okahandja United. Goalkeeper comes out without having any problem there. And none of the players from Okahandja United attempting to attack that one. Verdian. And happy to take it away there. As I've said, the drums are beating. The fans are in full voice. And the stage is set. Will the home side continue their march towards the title? Or can Okahandja United silence the Oshakati crowd here? As we remain to see that.
And I'm telling you, Chuaro, Chula doesn't need to make any mistake today, because Okahandja also came here with a plan, and they don't want to go home empty-handed.
Obviously not empty-handed. No other team would want to enter this game with 0 point. And the team that everybody is looking out for is Eeshoke Chula, as they are the only team to challenge African Stars for now. So they are the ones that should be under pressure, at least in this match here. They will need to make sure that they grab the 3 points and perhaps wait the news from Windhoek as to how African Stars is also playing that side. Remember, whichever teams score from the Independence Stadium in Windhoek, we will have that goal rush here. So watch out. NBC is fully prepared for that. Now, pushing forward here and going nowhere. It is out for a throw-in as goalkeeper there in Shimombo. It's injured, but now he is fine to continue with play here.
And I can see Chula again there, really struggling to get that ball and put it together and move forward. As we all know, mostly their strategy is lost long ball, and the Wise can chase them throughout the 90 minutes.
And perhaps one thing that I can take note of is the spectators that are here, the support that is here It's not like last weekend, as you can see there, the open stand on the other side of the soccer field here. You see some open spaces there as 10 minutes has gone into the first half of this match. Now, it's a do or die, one would say, for Eeshoke Chula, less than for Okahandja United. Look at that shot! And the crowd goes silent here. They go silent. Another threat there for Okahandja United. Beautiful play there by Edwin Chipile. Chipile being a bit slow. Looking at doing it there with Idalelo. Wisely Fasi. That a foul. Referee quickly running to the player there to go and assess. It's true. How bad the injury is, as the player there is even just complaining there. Wisely Fasi there with that open stance. The captain there clearly not a happy man.
And that's the work of Wise. Whether you put the boots there, he will come on. He will give you that challenge.
And there we have Jonathan Aindongo, the captain. There is Wise Lifasi. Wakashala as well, the lady there that is assisting Lifasi. Hambeleleni, Madame Wakashala. Backflip out of the defense. Another clearance one there from the back, and big stretch there in the middle of the field. Is that Redfield? Really not happy with that decision, as it goes to the captain, David Hengwafa. Father Aingwafa. And that is the number 27 there is Kojumo Athanasius. One of the stalwart defenders there for Eeshoke Chula. By the captain there is Haindongo Tonateni. Cries for a corner, for an offside. Back on those dark glasses. It's like the camera was off him, and when he saw the camera being on him, putting them so fast back, or not so sure as to what the secret could be behind those eyes.
And I'm not sure if he's having more than one pair of those, or is the only pair that he's having.
Can't be one pair, otherwise it could have been a very old. Look at that throw from Kojumo. You can imagine if this game comes to an end, if Eeshoke Chula would have to somehow put pressure on Okahandja United, those long throw, you know, they would actually do you good.
Yes, definitely they would. As long as you have the right people there in the box. If you have the right players, then they will make use of them.
And it is game on. Look at that, wait. Good play there. Trying to cross that one. It's proven to be a bit difficult. Another push there could be another opportunity there for Eeshoke Chula. And it was a very good play there between Michael Jonas and Gustav Mutabani. Then, look at that foul. Really pushing on that player, isn't it?
Yes. No, it's a foul. It's a clear foul.
Clear foul.
We're on a free kick of Chula.
Weber will be taking that one. It is a bit far, but we have seen many of those kind being scored. Now, that Michael Jonas just over the crossbar there, way off target.
Yeah, that's really a waste from him. I remember I scored one of those in last year, the Namibian Newspaper Cup in Eeshoke.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There we have Lumbu Joseph running strong there, going forward. Unfortunately, Okahandja couldn't get to that one. Another foul there on that Isaacs, Ricardo Isaacs at number 26. Or is that Rudolf Isaac? They are still quiet, they are not that vocal, for now at least. So we have Joseph Limbu with that kick. Goalkeeper coming out, and could be another opportunity there. Second chance over the crossbar. And Eeshoke Chula here is leaving dangerously. As Simon Nande, as I have said and alluded before, he is one of those deadly players for Okahandja United. Look at that, first attempt, couldn't go through there. And then the second attempt, picking it up and aiming at that corner there, but then way over the crossbar. Rather not that far, actually.
I think Eeshoke were very, very lucky there not to consider. And that's also a mistake from the goalkeeper. He could have punched that ball far away.
Captain Tonatoni Ndongo playing that one out, perhaps a bit under pressure. And Kotumo will come on with that long throw-in. Let's watch that one. Kotumo in a good position to really deliver that throw-in right into the box of Okahandja United. Look at that. That ball comes back to him there, but goes out for a throw-in again. But this time around, could be a bit far from, making use of that opportunity of throwing that ball into the box of Okahandja United. Big clearance there from Okahandja United. Okahandja. David Hangwafa playing good football really. Unfortunately, it couldn't come, or rather, it was not played well there back to him. And David Hangwafa, one of the evergreen players always, whenever they play well disciplined. It's only that he got a yellow card in their last match. But other than that, he has proven to be a very good left-back defender.
No, he is. He's a very, very good, talented left back. And unfortunately, I think his height is the problem.
Very interesting outing here between these two. Very interesting outing here between these two. So for now, as it is almost 20 minutes into the first half, I guess it is still 0-0 in Windhoek, as it is also still 0-0 here in Oshakati.
I'm telling you, Chiwaro, it's a battle between Wise and the captain of Okahandja.
Yeah, as you can see there on your Gold Rush screen there, bottom left of your screen, you can see African Stars currently underway against Unam FC, and it is still 0-0. So far, so good for everybody.
Very interesting indeed.
Look at that. Richard pushing the player there, not so sure as to what would the problem be there, but another opportunity there. Perhaps it was just a little bit too fast there for Wise. Lifasi. Playing it there from the back with the captain, Donateni Haindongo. Long one. Vatbian. Brilliant pass there. Another shot, side netting. And that is Okahandja. Be careful of him as well. Okahandja.
That was very, very close. And I think it was unselfish of, selfishness of him. He could have just bring that ball in from the strike that, the incoming strike that was running from the right-hand side.
As you can see there, another powerful shot. Perhaps if he had crossed that ball, he could have connected with one of the players that was up front there. And really, the midfield of Okahandja United finding their rhythm here.
Of course, and they are trying to control the game now. Chula, they are nowhere to be seen.
Okahandja with that cross coming. Early, but then Vatbian taking a shot over the crossbar. And Stoffel Vatbian can be one of those deadly players, really. He has helped Okahandja United. I mean, throughout the season, they have been finding themselves close to the relegation zone, but have done enough for now to be at least very safe, as we know that Tigers, Live Fighters and Rundu Chiefs has been relegated. So for now, Okahandja United needs to go back to the drawing board and see as to how they come up next season. But I think they still have hope for the top 8 positions. As there is another tournament that is coming up, the top 8 tournament that is coming up next month in May. The 1st of May, the 2nd week of May, and then end of May, where the final will be played in Ventu. So much of the teams now are looking at perhaps occupying the top 8 positions to be part of that tournament. And they are making noise. They are really vocal, showing that they are here, showing their presence. But for now, another free kick here for Okahandja United, and Stoffel Vatbian with that free kick. There he is. And he can whip them in. Be careful of that. And I see here Evan Chipila on the wall as well, with Shiave. That perhaps a bit disappointing there from Stoffel Vatbian.
Yes, not a very well free kick from him, but yes, the goalkeeper was aware of where it was traveling to.
Now, Webwe failing to control that one. Vatbian marshalling that midfield, trying to find Okeri this side, but can't just go through.
Yes, I think so far Okahandja United proved to be strong to Chula, especially in the defensive and midfield area, where we expect Chula at least to read or take control.
Yes, as that cross coming there, taking no chances at all. It is Matthews Junior Katea saying, I don't want to take any chances. There he is, Katea. And it is game on. Corner kick here for Okahandja United. As you can see there from Windhoek Independence Stadium, African Stars on the attack, and that was a shot. Beautiful one with a save. I'm telling you, it is on in Windhoek. Look at that from Sibeso there, indicating that he is injured. Looks rather serious this time around.
Yes, well spot on there by the man in the middle. They look very worried today.
They look really very worried today, the supporters here. As Sibeso is injured.
Again, for me, the goalkeeper, as he's going for a ball, most of the time he took his eyes away from the ball. That's why he's doing those mistake punching the ball in a direction where the ball can come back again to them.
Now, as it stands for now, you can see the Okahandja United not in the top 8 as it stands, so they really need those 3 points. However, Eeshoke Chula still 1 point behind African Stars on position number 2 with round number 29 of these matches here. And I'm telling you, we will update you every second, every moment, anything is happening. Goalkeeper there is Sibeso. Whipped that one in very nicely, Okeri, but then none of his players could get to that one. Disappointingly so. So the title race is between African Stars and Eeshoke Chula. There you have Ingwafa with that throw in. It is a do or die for any of the 2 challengers. You lose points today, you are getting in danger to lose on the title.
Of course, Chuaro. You sneeze, you lose.
You lose. Trying to waste time so early in the match. That is Shimombo. Rather taking his time there to catch that one. Quite interesting.
Now for them, I think they have a game plan, game strategy, and at least if they can walk away with a point or any point for them will do, as long as they make sure they put food on they put sand on Chula's food.
Well, we remain to see that. Now goes the young man there in Isaacs. It'll be interesting to see as to how or where Okahandja United is in terms of the log standings. Just try to give you information regarding that. There's a quick one here. They are on 13th position, and say if they collect 6 points out of the possible 6, they would end up at 38. of which they won't make top 8. So
Unfortunately
they won't make the top 8. They won't make the top 8 at all. Well, as I have said, it is up to them to really play however they can play and regroup for next season. But then the stakes are very high here for Eeshoke Chula. I can tell you, if only, and listen to me very carefully, if only this team here, the coach and his technical team, didn't lose, or rather the 3 points that was forfeited against Julino, we could have been talking another story here.
Definitely, it could have been another story, and I wonder if there was somebody fired because of that.
Really would love to,
because those are one of the silly mistakes that
silly mistakes
somebody who was in charge was supposed to avoid.
By all means, by all costs, to avoid that mistake. And I can tell you now, it was a game that was played on the 31st of January 2026, where they played a certain player in Esenge Yazambe, jersey number 4 by then. But then, scores updates elsewhere. African Stars 0, UNAM 0, Rundu Chiefs 0, Blue Waters 1, and that is only the first half. As it stands, you can see there that pushes Blue Waters to position number 7 as it stands, and Julino there at and as it stands, 11 Arrows is pushed down. Pushed down, and another opportunity here for Eeshoke Chula. Another second opportunity there. Is it wisely Fazi? Really. Another good opportunity there for Eeshoke, but wasted that one in Michael Jonas. Again, not taking chances at all. The defense there. I was just telling you about the player that was used there, who had a yellow card and was not supposed to be playing that match against Julino. But then for some reason, Eeshoke Chula did play him, and they were penalized and deducted 3 points.
And I think the similar incident happens to Rundu Chiefs, if I'm not mistaken. They were also deducted points by fielding ineligible player.
Yeah.
And look at them, they're also relegated.
Imagine silly mistakes that individuals perhaps can do for a team to suffer.
Yes, that was a clear opportunities for Chula to read the first half. But unfortunately, Bwebwe couldn't take it, or couldn't send it into the far corner, so the fan and the supporter can start celebrating.
What happened to those strikers whereby you would go out fully as if you are going to kick that ball and then just, pull it back for the defense to go ahead there, and then obviously you would have a better chance to go for the goalpost.
No, I think Bwebwe himself, he looks nervous to me today. You can see he's losing a lot of balls there, unnecessary, and probably it's a big match for him. I mean, it's a big weekend for him, and most of the supporters and his teammates, they are relying on him.
As we go there for a water break, and the goalkeeper is also down, but then another opportunity, as you can see there, Richard Garizep making use of that opportunity to talk to Stoffel Verdbien there. Talk to Stoffel Verdbien. And in the meantime, the goalkeeper also getting some medical attention.
Yes, it was a well-chested ball there by the Chula in the midfield. I think that's the early minute of the first half. And then Bwebwe there with another opportunity. Pass it to the number 18. And we were expected a cross there from Bwebwe. And that was the through pass that we also thought Okahandja United can score. But unfortunately, the player that was on the ball was a bit selfish to pass the incoming striker.
Water break is over. Water break is over here, and goalkeeper is also ready. Goalkeeper just fastening his gloves. The throw in, long one, but goalkeeper there in Sibeso quickly releases that one. Player there trying to chip that ball, or rather backheel it in a way that he would submit it the other side in Shiave. We have Paul them, we have Levis on them in attendance.
We have all the names on those helmets.
Wondering if that could be the real names, Stein.
Probably they also have nicknames like like the soccer players.
And they are amongst those, the Paul and the Levinson. Beautiful sides, beautiful shots here at the Oshakati Independence Stadium. That is if you are watching this match. And there's two teams here really know each other very well. Have played several matches, but I can tell you that Okahandja United have never won a game here at Oshakati. I think therefore Eeshoke has the upper hand in this fixture.
I'm telling you, I don't know the game plans for Eeshoke Chula in the first half, but they don't show that they want to lift up that cup. They are not showing it on the pitch. And then Okahandja United, for me, is the one who is controlling the game, and they have nothing to lose.
And I should tell you now that these two teams have at least played 5 times. But playing to a 1-1 draw in one match, and all the other 4 matches, Eeshoke Chula won by 1 goal only. All other 4, 1-0, 1-0. Look at that, the opportunity there for African Stars on the other match. So I can confirm that it is still 0-0 in Windhoek, as well as here in Oshakati. Just a score confirmation there.
I'm telling you, Bwebwe today he's not in the game. He looked very, very nervous. Such simple balls that he need to control and make the game live, because he's the only guy that in Chula that can at least make that game live. And if it's not, if he's off, then definitely Chula, the whole game is off.
Yes. As we still wait to see as to how this is going to unfold. And it is a corner kick here for Eeshoke. You can still hear them screaming, Eeshoke, Eeshoke, Eeshoke. There is the corner there. Kajumo comes over from the back line there. Couldn't get to that one. Really wasted corner kick there
yes,
from Eeshoke.
very wasted corner kick there. But what I've picked up, especially on this side, I think those flying banners or something, they need to be moved a little bit inside because they don't give a space for the players to take a clear corner without this disturbance.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I see that one. We have hit the 40-minute mark, and it is still 0-0 here at the Oshakati Independence Stadium. I guess so. That is the same as well as in Windhoek. Some 800 kilometers from here, isn't it, Stein?
Yes.
Between Oshakati and Windhoek. However, the message can travel in a second. We will inform you once everything or once anything happens that side. As you can see, there's score confirmation. Chula 0, Okahandja United 0. So far, we haven't seen really good opportunities between these two teams. It has been a game of missed passes, kicking long balls, free kicks that were taken not really that effective, corner kicks that are wasted, not really living up to expectations this match here. Hence, we all know what is at stake. Hence, we really know what is at stake here. Especially for Eeshoke. And now, this young man here, Bwebwe, couldn't agree more that he is not in the game. He is trying by all means to make those runs, but it's as if the ball is much quicker for him, or he is rather slow. So not so sure as to which is which there. Good play. David Angwava trying to protect that ball against Vedbien. Look at Vedbien. I'm telling you, very skillful.
That was a very skillful piece of play from Vedbien.
And a yellow card there for Edwin Chipile. Have you seen those kills there from Vedbien?
Yes.
Amazing stuff, brilliant. Those are the players that you would want up front there to make those kills, do those kills and big defenders on one-on-one situations.
Definitely, you need those individual brilliance. You need to put them on the right position, especially on the number 10 there, so they can make things happen.
Edwin Chipile on a yellow card for now. And a long one. Goalkeeper comes out really confidently. That is what you would love to see from your goalkeeper. And he can really kick them hard. And the goal that is kicked from the hands of the goalkeeper wouldn't be counted as an offside. Say if there was a lone striker there up front beyond the defense line of Commerce. I mean, not Commerce, but rather Okahandja United, wouldn't be counted as an offside. There he is, Vedbien. Vedbien came to the party here. Long shot there, not effective. None of the midfield players coming to fetch the ball there, and the left back there deciding to really make a long one there. Now look at those skills. Shibobo,
yeah.
check out, Munna Tamaya.
Beautiful.
Vedbien, the danger man, as you have seen there.
Very brilliant to watch as well. When he's on the ball, very brilliant.
I'm telling you, you could watch that Ishibobo many times. And score confirmation there from Windhoek. It is African Stars 0, Unam FC 0. As that match is still underway. You see Vendel Ruda there. Look at that. Goalkeeper really came out and saving Unam FC with that goal attempt from the other match. And Vendel Ruda, seems to me he is on it.
Yes, we're having a good game today.
Yeah.
Just like last weekend on Saturday.
Proving to be very dangerous there is African Stars. However, with this free kick here, shouldn't be any problem there to Sibeso. Sibeso kicks a long one, looking at Bwebwe. Going nowhere. Here he is, Bwebwe. Running forward. And could be another opportunity there for Bwebwe. Rather chesting it and then, oh! What was that? I mean, the young man there in Gustav Mutavani, opportunity of the match.
I don't
could
know.
have headed that one in, or rather on target, but then decided to take it off with his chest. Let's rather check as to what was his intentions there.
A very good pass there from Bwebwe. And perhaps he was overwhelmed from the ball. Oh, he hit his chin before.
But then, I mean, those things, you could have done with your head there. Before it comes to the chin, it past the head.
Self-confidence was never there.
Self-confidence, perhaps chickened out. Wonder if he will get another opportunity like that one. Look at that. And corner kick there. Good jump there from the young man in number 8. First as Pietras.
Yes, but yet Chuaro, I thought Bwebwe would have just taken a shot from here.
Even though, yes, he could have taken a shot from there. Bwebwe. Perhaps that confidence, taking responsibility. Then a corner kick. Another corner, goalkeeper coming out. Another opportunity there, out of danger. And the referee says it is enough for now. As it is half time between these two teams here. Eeshoke Chula against Okahandja United. It is 0-0. Stein, did we see chances coming way of these two teams?
Not that really much as we expected, and especially on the team Chula that we expect them to be, to show fire today. And for me, they are not coming to party at all, and they are not showing hungry enough to be champions. And looking at the highlights that we are seeing there from Windhoek, you could really see that African Star, if it was not for the goalkeeper of Unam, they could have even reading 2-0 now. But Chula for me, maybe we don't understand their gameplay. Maybe they are coming to party in the second half.
And there they go to the dressing room for now, the Chula players. As they know that they really had a very good chance in that last minute. There we have half-time statistics. It is 2-2 on our terms. So far, only one booking dollars for Eeshoke Chula. And ball possession there, it is 51% to 49 to Okahandja United. I mean, let's rather take a break and come back for the second half.
guys know, maybe they
Well, final predictions for the last 45 minutes.
I think the way you see with Stefanas most probably coming in the second half of Stars, I still see an opportunity for Stars to grab the winner the way the game is evolving. However, if they continue the way they were playing in the first half, I see they will not be scored. But then I think with Stefanas to open up from the right side, then they can create more chances. But I think with a goalkeeper in good shape from Yunnan, I think it will be 0-0.
Okay, and you, Costa?
I still hope that Chula will get out of nothing goal. And I hope they will win it 1-0. Other than that, Okahandja can surprise us.
Yeah. Well, those are the predictions for the last 45 minutes. We will, of course, be crossing over to that is the Windhoek Independence Stadium as well as the Oshakati Independence Stadium.
Before the stadium lights, before the commentary box, before the cameras rolled, there was dust. There was a ball stitched too many times, goalposts made of rocks, and the referee was just the loudest kid on the block. There was laughter on the open field where the grass grew uneven, where barefoot dreams outran worn-out sneakers, where the sun didn't care about shade, and neither did they. Because this is where football was pure. Not for contracts, not for headlines, not for the trophies polished in glass cabinets, but for the love of the game. For the girl child who tied her braids tighter and refused to sit on the sidelines. For the boy child who practiced step-overs against invisible defenders until sunset swallowed the skies. This is where it all started. In the open fields, in the townships, on soccer pitch, we go back. Back to the roots, back to the dust, back to the beginning. Because before football became a spectacle, it was a story. And that story still lives. This is soccer pitch. This is the love of the game.
Welcome back for the second half of this match. The drums are still beating, shadows are getting long, And the minutes are just getting lesser to the end of this match here. As you can see, Chula 0, Okahandja United 0. And this is the second half, as we are still waiting to see as to which of the two teams will get on the scoring sheet. Wisely Fasi on the other hand, and then Eeshoke as well as Vetbien for Okahandja United. Look at that opportunity again there. And I can tell you, Stein, or rather Stein, can you perhaps give us your thoughts on what do you think is going to happen in this second half? Who do you see coming out as perhaps victorious?
Yeah, Chuaro, to be honest, everybody expect Chula to come victorious on this match, especially on the second half, but they are not really showing it. And it's high time Chula need to realize how essential is this game for them, and it's now or never. And for us, for Okahandja, for me, they are just doing the great job. They are just making sure they are holding back Chula and stick to their game plan.
Sticking to their game plan in holding Eeshoke Chula. Stein has rightly said that, or rather ask a question to say, is Okahandja United coming to spoil the foot of Eeshoke here? Are they coming to, or are they rather here to come and throw sand into the points of Eeshoke? Are they here to come and silence the crowd? This young man here in Vetbien will know the plans from Richard Garizep. He will know better, not us. We are just here to relate to you as to what is happening here, talking to these pictures here. Other than that, it is beyond our control. Not Stein, not Mamputi, not the director, not any cameraman, but the players down there. They are the ones that knows what's the plan.
Yes, definitely the players down there. I'm sure the technical team of both teams did their works and their jobs during the training, and now the instruction just need to be carried out. And I'm not sure if Chula they are sticking to that instruction.
Obviously said enough into the dressing rooms to say, guys, we need 3 points. Obviously, his man here, Sikerete, telling his players that we really need 3 points if we want to take this title. And on the other hand, Richard Garizep telling his team that we really need these 3 points for pride. We need these 3 points, though we won't make it to the top 8. We really need to make a point here and win this match.
Yes, of course, even if I was Richard, I would be like, I can't travel all those kilometers just to come and go back home without 3 points or even a point. And then it has to come from this game today.
Roughly 700 kilometers from Okahandja to Oshakati, roughly. And they would be happy to get a point or even 3, or even collect maximum points from the 6 that are available. Kojumo, the long one. Very dangerous play there from the young man there, Festus Pietras. Going on there for Rudolf Wisa.
Yes, I think it was a bit harsh there. That's shown, and yeah, they just need to be very, very, very careful.
Now, that is the foul that was committed, and we see the man holding his knees. Much talked about Stoffel Vetbien. Stoffel Vetbien disappointing with that left foot.
Yes, another disappointing free kick from him. We have seen another one in the first half, and perhaps maybe he just couldn't connect it as he wanted to. The imagination is there, but the execution is letting him down.
Rightfully so, the execution let him down. Wisely Fasi. Look at that. Is that a penalty? Says the referee. No. You could really see the plan there from Wisely Fasi, you know, like dropping that ball, taking his time and controlling that ball, trying to run and just waiting for a tackle to go down.
Yes, he was looking for that. He was really looking for that. Otherwise, if they could have let him have that space, we would have seen a bullet from him.
Now Eeshoke. Got out of danger now for Verbian, running with that one very strongly. Kicking out his forward there in Okahandja. But Okahandja just went on earlier and it was an offside. Look at that, Wisely Fasi trying to, professional foul, could have been a penalty.
I'm not quite sure, but I see there were some slight touches there. Even though I could tell Wise somehow lose control of the ball.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why the referee said no, not on my watch.
And now Okahandja looks like he has a plan here. Okahandja playing a short one, coming on dangerously here. Okahandja United not making use of that attack. And really, you could see Okahandja there coming out with a plan to say, let me hold this one and wait for my teammates to arrive so that I perhaps pick up one. Good idea from him. Now, look at that, Wisely Fasi running very hard. Could be another opportunity here. Chiviave! Chiviave with a brilliant goal there for Eeshoke Chula on the right time here. Much needed goal from him. And they take the lead. 1 Eeshoke Chula, 0 Okahandja United. Stein, Wisely Fasi, credit goes to him.
Definitely Chiwaro. You should give credit to Wise, that strong run. And the cross in that goalkeeper couldn't handle. And the young man there, he said, it's an early Christmas for me.
Yes.
Thank you very much. It's Christmas on April. There. And for me, the goalkeeper was supposed to punch away that ball. And then he take it so lightly, hoping Chula won't make use of it. And then again, the man himself, the number 9, remember him.
And I should say that the captain in Tonateni Haindongo, perhaps a bit reluctant there to take on Wisely Fasi, but then the young man there in Chiviave taking that very important step in putting that one behind the net of Okahandja United. Really taking the lead there.
And remember, Chiviave had that opportunity in the last minute of the first half that we were criticizing him to say, why couldn't just head it in? Nobody knows. Nobody knows that they could have caught. The right moment will come.
There we have it, score confirmation there. Chula 1, Okahandja United 0. Chiviave with that crucial goal there for Eeshoke. As you can see, the Wisely Fasi and the captain there, Tonateni Haindongo, really failing to take on Lifasi there. And the goalkeeper trying his best really, but he only got his fingers there. Look at that, Chiviave on the first touch, second touch, sending that one home. And it was a goal on top of the roof of the net.
giving no chance for the defender that is standing on the line. So it looks like it is not going in. The moment he dropped it, the goalkeeper came, and then I was like, oh, it's too late for now. But yeah, it was well taken.
Now, as it stands, Eeshoke Chula overtaking African Stars with 56 points. Round 29 and African Stars surrendering their first place there with 55 points. And 11 arrows back in the top 8 here as Julino occupies position number 7 with Unam FC at 6. Interesting times here. Really interesting times.
Very, very much interesting. Let's see what this 45 minutes can bring us. It's up to Chula. And again on the other side, it's up to African Star, which I think they still have those 40 minutes or so. And we have seen in the goal rush there that they had more opportunities that they could have buried those ones, but they failed. And credit to the goalkeeper of Unam. But now, this is the picture at the moment.
The picture of the moment. And that man there, Richard Garrison, as humble as he is, I don't think he would react very good now, as he might be disappointed by that goal and his team as well. But well, one never knows. This is football. Stay.
Yes, it is football. And I'm telling you, Okahandja would try every trick. They will try every trick to make sure they complete their mission.
Look at that, another opportunity there. Wisely Fassi, he's known for those turns. Chiave again with that cross. Look at that. Once again, another chance here. It's difficult, really.
Very, very difficult. And I can see and I can tell now, Wise, he's on fire. I don't know what he was promised from the second half, but he came in so strong.
There was a clash of players there. The players clashed, and not so sure as to what happened, but from the look of things, it is 2 players that got injured. So that has indicated to be injured.
Yes, I think it was a miss kick there from Bwebwe.
And now another change here for Okahandja United. Shaveonja rather coming off here, and we have number 17 that is coming on. We will just give you that score confirmation in a moment. Corner coming in there for Eeshoke Chula. Goalkeeper having no problem with getting to that one. And now, Stoffel Vietnam. Vietnam meant to say. Nakambare coming in. Shaveonja going out.
I'm telling you, Chuaro, it is a very much better halftime comparing to the first half.
Oh, yes.
And as we say, it's game on.
Yes.
It is game on.
It is game on from the Oshakati Independence Stadium. Is he going to continue with play? It seems so. It seems so. And another free kick here for Eeshoke Chula and Fasters Pietras. The player that went down, let's see. Have a look at that one. Or is it rather Gustav Mutavani that went down? Look at that. Another opportunity. I think the defense of Okahandja United, they're leaving dangerous this thing.
Yes, a little bit shaky.
What happened there for African Stars? Look at that. a shot, and is that UNAM FC that threatened at the Independence Stadium? It is still 0-0 that side.
Yes.
However, we have a free kick here for Eeshoke Chula.
Yes, and I think that was the very first chance of UNAM FC. And still 0-0 as you said.
And now we have Simon Nande. Oh, that was not a nice tackle there.
Not nice at all.
Or rather, Shiabe with David Angwava, really disappointing there.
Yes, I think it's a miscommunication there. Perhaps you can tell it's not from the training ground.
Let's have a look at that one. Another foul there for Okahandja United. The Rams are really beating here.
And
There he is.
I want to caution the defensive of Chula that they must avoid those type of free kicks. It's very dangerous.
Yes. Another free kick there for Okahandja United. Can see the sun factor there as it goes out. The sun factor there, you could see some players really lifting their hands
Yes,
as if the sun was shining directly into the ice. It is a corner kick. Corner kick there for Okahandja United. Look at that from the training ground. Staff. Header! Goalkeeper there claiming that one in Sibeso. Immediately launching a long one there. Could be another one for Wise. Wise Lifasi! Hitting the goal post. My word! Wise Lifasi hitting the goal post. What an opportunity it was. Good play there from the goalkeeper. First time play there. And out of danger for now from Fabian.
I'm telling you, Chuaro, everybody waited for that rocket. It came out.
It really came out.
Unfortunately, it had no target, but the aim was to rocket it, fire, without giving a goalkeeper a chance. But yes, brilliant from him once again.
Wisely Farsi really should be careful here, otherwise he is going to be booked. Look at that, Wisely Farsi controlling that one very well. Really taking a shot at that one, no chance for the goalkeeper at all.
And again, he was given so much time to control the ball and see where he wants to put it. Unfortunately, it did not result in a goal. But it was a very, very, very good try. Good attempt.
Very, very good try there from Wisely Farsi. And I'm telling you, the stadium has came to life here. They have really came to life as the goalkeeper there, Sibeso, claims that one. Eeshoke Chula.
I can just imagine the panic there in Windhoek, Independence Stadium. As it stands, the Chula is reading.
And I know that they have heard the news. That is the situation there. Look at that. Zara Wheeler Stefanos with that acrobatic kick there from the Independence Stadium.
That could have been a spectacular goal from African Star.
And I somehow know that
It was Kamatuka, I guess.
it was Kamatuka. But I can tell you now that,
Look at it.
and I think they have heard the news that Eeshoke Chula is leading.
Definitely they did.
Obviously, there should be someone there that is communicating with them to say, guys, the other team is leading. But for now, obviously now a water break here for these two teams. Water break here for these two teams, and I'm telling you, it is really interesting stuff happening here at the Oshakati Independence Stadium. There it is. Eeshoke Chula 1, Okahandja United. Take us through that.
Look at that goal. How Wise forced it in that, make a close, across there. Goalkeeper couldn't handle it. And then it come back into the 16 area. And then the young man there, the number 18, said, thank you very much. And that was resulting to a goal to nil in favor of Chula.
In favor of Eeshoke Chula. Wisely Fazi. And I think perhaps the captain there could have done something much more better.
Yes, I think his intention was that, but he was also afraid to come in contact with Wise, so he could give a penalty because Wise come in full speed, and then he was trying to do the zonal marking, or at least just to apply pressure, so Wise couldn't get a clear shot. But unfortunately, Wise was wise enough to bring that goal in.
Yes, no, Wise was wise enough indeed.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, Wise was wise. Wise was really wise enough to bring in that cross. But then he was not wise enough to place that one that he hit on the goal post.
Not at all.
He was not wise enough to
He wasn't wise
just
enough.
place that one.
Yeah, I thought he could just place it on the far corner.
My word, yeah.
Given the space and the time that he was given.
You don't shoot to kill. Place the ball, get the score, and relax.
Definitely. I'm sure he's regretting now.
Yeah.
He's regretting now to say we could have two goals up by now.
Yeah. Could have done much more better.
Yes.
Yeah. That is the story here happening at the Oshakati Independence Stadium, as you can see there. As it stands, Eeshoke Chula overtaking African Stars. Remember, we still have some more games that are coming tomorrow. The final games of the season. And you would really expect some fireworks from the two contenders in Eeshoke Chula and African Stars. Great stuff happening here. Fabian, is he injured? The referee says no. Play on.
Yeah, but I think he was caught there.
I also thought he was caught as well. And now, Kodumo there. Just want to clear and praise that times goes very fast.
Yes,
so that they claim these 3 points here this afternoon. And in actual fact, the team that has got the upper hand between the two contenders is African Stars. All they need to do, Stein, is win the last 2 remaining matches and you win the league.
That's it. But unfortunately, as I said last weekend, it's have to go through the wire.
Yeah.
It's have to go through the wire. As it stands now here, it can show that it's have to go through the wire. Yet we are waiting from the other side to hear what is the score line. Probably because if there's no goal rush here, it's still standing as it is.
Yes.
Remaining as it is. And yes, Chula here, they are leading 1-0, as you can see on the screen.
I mean, for us here in Oshakati, as much as we depend on that goal rush, I believe our team also in Windhoek also depend on our goal rush from this side. That is only the way that we will know if African Stars have taken the lead or not. Otherwise, from our side or from their side as well, we depend on us to give them a feed from here to indicate if either of these two teams have scored. Other than that, we wait and see.
Let's wait and see.
Let's wait and see, Stein. Let's really wait and see.
Yes. And yet the question remains, is this going to be a history in the making?
It would be history in the making. Talking of which, the two teams have qualified for is that the CAF Champions League and then the CAF Confederations Cup. However, there are requirements that needs to be met, Stein. Requirements that needs to be met, of which I doubt, especially from the side of Eeshoke Chula, that they have those requirements. For example, one question for you, Stein. Does Eeshoke Chula have a female football team?
I've never heard of it yet. But it's so disappointing for them not to have, because I know their head of marketing team is having a female team that is playing in one of our leagues here. Perhaps they could have come to a table and agreed from the first of, the start of the season to say, look, can we have some agreement to say we want your girls to be a Eeshoke now, and then let's put something in black and white.
Yes, and it is a corner here for Okahandja United. Okahandja United here on a corner. And I see there is Nakambare, who is the captain now, that just went in, or rather a while ago. And now Kojumo, with the goalkeeper not communicating there. Could be dangerous here. Dangerous grounds. It is a short and way off target. A breather there for the defense of Eeshoke Chula.
Of course, yes, and as you said, it's a little bit of lack of communication. I don't know if the goalkeeper is shouting enough to say he's there, but Kenza doesn't want to take those chances. He's a no-nonsense defender. He's defending, that's his job, and he's doing it very well.
One of the requirements for the club, or rather for the CAF, or rather CAF club licensing system is that they should have a capacity of a 10,000 accredited stadium. Not so sure if this one is accredited for the CAF games.
I'm not sure, and then even the stadium that it's in Nana that was under construction recently, it's only one have PEV on the side, only on one side, which also resulting not to be on that capacity.
Yes,
as required.
Yeah, and talking of a CAF A licensed head coach as well. Not so sure if Sigarete has got a CAF A license as head coach for now, as for Eeshoke Chula. There are so many requirements, in short staying, of which one wonders if really Eeshoke Chula would be able to play that CAF Champions League, say if they win the league. Yes, for African Stars, we know that they have played in the Champions League, meaning they have those requirements.
Yes.
Even though they play outside the country.
No, they do. They really do. Those, as I said last time, it's a very organized team. Professionalism, if we can call it like that. So that's why they won't be having a lack of such requirements as they have been there for some times.
As we have seen there, Kashitu coming on. And Eeshoke also coming in. Now, as you can see there, another shot. Look at that. Really trying to play it clean here. Look at that. Tackle again. Very strong there from the captain. Could have done much more better than when Lifasi brought in that corner. Another clearance there, not out of danger, but then David Ngwava. Approximately, or rather 15 minutes left here in the first half of, or rather second half of this match. And you can see there at the Independence Stadium in Windhoek, it is still African Stars 0. Unam FC 0. Look at that chance there. I mean, African Stars is really pressing high. Look at Willie Stefanas bringing in that cross. And the goalkeeper there really doing brilliantly.
Yes, brilliantly as since the first half. You have seen in the first half how many balls that he will have pulled off. And he's still continuing doing a very good work. And I think it's a pressure. Star is really under pressure regarding the result that it's in Oshakati Stadium.
Another one there for the goalkeeper in Chimombo. Could be another chance here for Fabian. Trying to take a shot at that one. Another opportunity. Yeah, look at that. Save there from the goalkeeper in Sibeso. And for now, Okahandja United is really pressurizing the defense of Eeshoke Chula here with intentions.
Yes, they are Chuaro, and if you can see, that was well taken and well done to the goalkeeper.
Goalkeeper coming out there, just showing his intentions and showing some confidence as well.
Yes, the goalkeeper there coming to the rescue of Chula again. There you go, the confirmation of or update of other score. Young African 0, Mighty Ghana 0, second half. Commerce Nampol 0, and Ongos Reading with 2-0. I mean 2 goals to 0, second half.
And as you can see there, Rindu Chiefs as well, trailing by 3 goals, or rather 3 goals of Blue Waters to 2 of them. Look at that! Almost a goal! Brilliantly so now by Nakambare. What a chance there for Okahandja United. Getting on the score sheet, the substitute Nakambare taking over the captainship there. And the stadium is silenced. They would rather make noise and commenting on how that goal went in, showing some disappointment.
A very big disappointment there from Chula. If you see that ball there, the cross that came in, there was a miss kick from Chula's defender. Just watch it there. Instead of clearing the ball, he did what? Was it KK?
Yes, KK Palace.
KK Palace game, but unfortunately this one hit the
player there, Akper, the number 13 of KK.
Similar position.
Yes.
And seriously, Chula is there again.
Yes.
Leveled with Okahandja.
And as it stands, African Stars would come on top again. As it stands. Look at that.
I think that was very dangerous.
It was indeed dangerous, as
and I thought he would be punished for that. At least caution, yellow ticket for them.
Doesn't seem like that. However, as it stands, I think African Stars has claimed the first position as it stands, unless anything happens now in the last 10 minutes of this match here. Yes, there you have it. African Stars with 55 points and Eeshoke Chula 54 points. Another shot there. Couldn't really go anywhere there. Another foul there for Okahandja United there with a yellow card coming up. Another yellow card there. That is Michael Jonas.
He has been very quiet today.
Yes. He has been very quiet, not so sure as to what the problem would be. But then we have a triple sub, or rather 3 substitutions that will be coming in here. David Engwafa. We have Gorazep that will be coming on. We are left with less than 9 minutes here. Is this going to be a draw? Vadbiam. Now. Look at that. Another mistake nearly there from the defense of Eeshoke. Time for mistakes, Stain.
Yes, I think fatigue is kicking in.
Kwajuma with a long one. Still waiting for those 3 substitutions to come in. And we will definitely confirm them. Things are not really moving here for Eeshoke, as if they are not in the mood anymore. We have number 21, Gorazep. Number 15 there, as you can clearly see there. Three substitutions. We will just confirm those in a moment. Just be a little bit patient. You can see there Pedro's Festus is also out. Look at that! Can you believe a silly mistake that was nearly done by the defense there between Kotumo and David Engwafa? Not so sure as to really what is happening with Chula this time around. Wisely Fasi. Michael Jonas, those 2 are out for now. And as they are out, still a 3rd substitution that we need to see there, rather to confirm that. But yes, throw in. Look at that turn there. Really difficult here for the defense of Eeshoke. Not so sure as to what happened there, but something obviously not going the right way.
They are definitely losing concentration now as toward the end of the game. There's something that we are not expecting from them. And if they really want to be the champion, those are the things that they have to put to concentration.
You are not a champion if you do those silly mistakes. They will cost you and make you lose the race. It's like a marathon. You need to be consistent. Johannes Shiave out, the goal scorer. Gustav Mutavani also out. So Fred Gomsev to have any Ngushi just coming in as well. Rather taking his time there. Warren Gorasev. First as Pietra's out. Warren Gorasev comes in.
Yes, to be honest, Chuaro, if Eeshoke have to draw here today or lose this game, means they have themselves to be blamed, and they have all those opportunities to make sure they bury this one. But yet, Okahandja said, "Not on my watch." As we promised, we put sand on your foot, and they are really showing that they have a lot of sand to throw it into their foot.
Only 5 minutes now, unless African Stars scores in Windhoek. Otherwise, we will have to wait for the final day of the season. We're going to wait for tomorrow. Remember, the final day is not far from today. It is only tomorrow. So, it will be very interesting to see if the score lines stays like this. Then we will have to really go to the wire, as Stein have alluded before. Looking at throwing a long throw there in Matthews Junior Katea. They don't want to take a chance with Kojumo. He was the one that was always giving in those throw-ins. But now,
I think he was instructed not to leave the back line there.
yes,
As Okahandja United are leaving dangerously now.
quick throw in there from David Angwafa. That beautiful cross in, and goalkeeper there standing his grounds.
I think it was a little bit too close to the goalkeeper.
Those faces showing signs of disappointments or happiness.
Disappointments there, Chuaro. You can't even see the teeth, because otherwise you could have seen the teeth there shining.
Yeah, that is what is currently happening here at Oshakati Independence Stadium. Is that a push? Was that a push? Yes, I can see an elbow. And another chance there for Okahandja United to confuse the defense of Eeshoke Chula and perhaps grab the 3 points here. And this is it. This is it, really. 2 minutes left. One less than 2 minutes left here.
Chuaro, I'm telling you, in 2006 and 2007, Oshakati City, we were also in the same situation.
Oh yes.
Where we went to play in Walvis Bay, and then Civics, who was reading, they went to play in Rehoboth with friends. Friends, and then unfortunately we have to draw in Walvis Bay, and then Civics won. I think it was 9-0, all scored by Chirufa.
Yeah.
Yes, because they were even competing with Kaskas, who's going to get the golden boot. Unfortunately, that game, it was something different.
Yeah, but, and Shuluvia obviously overtook Kaskas with goals there.
Yeah, with goals there.
Kaskas Angula, a very good friend of mine. We did some commentary together here at this same stadium.
Definitely, may his soul
and may his soul rest in peace. Is that a goal or an offside?
I think it's an offside.
What has the third official says?
I think it's an offside.
Offside.
Let's have a look at it again. Let's look at our VAR here.
And look at that.
Yes, it was an
It
offside.
was an offside there.
Clear offside.
Clear offside, really. From what I have seen, at least from my angle.
No, it's a clear offside.
1 minute left. 1 minute left, and we have hit the 90-minute mark. Could that be? And we have 5 minutes of optional time here. Things are really getting interesting between these two teams. Things are really getting interesting.
I think it was a foul there on Gwebe, but the referee said now both players just came together, and then unfortunately, and the fans are not happy there. They are hoping to get something on the dying minute, something that they could have done in the 90-minute. Unfortunately, the referee is saying, not on my watch.
He says, not on your watch. I mean, Bare Honka Hosa Bola, Pirmanenya Humpieno, Stein. I mean, this is amazing. We are part of this history here. 5 minutes left of this encounter here. Eeshoke Chula versus Okahandja United. It's as if Kaskas was listening to us. Unfortunately, just when we finished talking about Kaskas Angula May Soul, again rest in peace, that goal came in, and it was unfortunately ruled offside. And look at that, yes, it was indeed offside. That player there was way offside, really. And we have played so far around 1 minute, approximately 1 minute and a half of the optional time. Could be another opportunity there. And anyway will do for now.
Yes, anyway will do for Okahandja United.
Christian Somsep coming on, Wisely Farsi coming out. Now, another long throw in there from Eeshoke Chula. What can they do with that one? Goalkeeper comes out. Doesn't really get to that one. Could get an opportunity there. Oh no. Another cross there. Look at that. Eeshoke Chula should be looking at themselves and saying, we have really given away this match. We have really wasted opportunities. Stein, what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. If one has to blame Eeshoke Chula, they have to blame themselves.
You need to do much better if you want to claim to be a champion.
Of course, you can't give such opportunity to African Star.
You need to be a champion and not waste those opportunities. Now, another opportunity here for Okahandja United. Could this be it? Another great tackle, big tackle there from Fatuma. Playing it quickly there to David Hengwafa. Hengwafa striking it forward. Look at that. Could be another opportunity here. The goalkeeper, where is he? Not coming out. Perhaps a bit farther. Wasted. Vedbian comes to that one. They are not happy.
They are not happy
They
at
are
all.
not happy with that. What is currently happening now?
Obviously, Chuaro, is it not what the fans and supporters expected today? Unfortunately, it is what it is. And it was up to Chula to prove that a long time ago in the first half or the early minutes of the second half, and they could have not been in this situation.
Is that an offside or rather a corner kick? Therefore,
I think it was a corner given.
a kick and much to the dissatisfaction there from Chipile. Goal scorer there in Nakambare, the number 17 of Okahandja United, pointing some fingers there to Chipile. Ezevion, be careful. I can perhaps score the second one. But we really don't need fights here in this match. As the referee talks to him that you rather come. Another wasted corner there by Okahandja United, and some of the supporters here have had enough, and I can see them just off your screen leaving the stadium. 5 minutes of optional time played here, and it could be over at any time, and it is full time at the Independence Stadium. African Stars 0, Unam FC 0, and here we are with this final one. Could be the last attack of this match. It is really going to the wire. If this have to end in a draw, then we are waiting for the last day, and that last day is not far from today. And it is end of the match here as Eeshoke Chula and Okahandja United share spoils. The man in the middle of the pitch there, the referee, has done so good this afternoon, Naphtal Nkongo, and we will have to wait for tomorrow. As you can see, the full-time score, Eeshoke Chula 1, Okahandja United 1.
Yes,
Saying your thoughts?
Yes, Chiwaro, it was a very, very interesting game, especially in the second half, whereby we see some fires coming from both teams, and Chula managed to get a lead through their number 18, which was good for them, and then they had few opportunities that we thought this one is now buried, but unfortunately Okahandja also came and say we have to respond, and we're going to respond more and more. We have to respond, and we have to respond very aggressively, and you can see now it's 1-1, and that's not the result that everybody here, especially the Chula supporters and fans and all the followers, expected. But unfortunately Okahandja also came here, and they came to do business.
Really came to claim a point here. That is Okahandja United, as the referees are escorted there to the dressing room. And there you have it. The log standings update. African Stars are still on pole position there, number 1. And Eeshoke Chula. For now, let's quickly go to the touchline to hear from the coaches.
Coach, 1-1 draw here at Independence Stadium, Oshakati. Talk to us, run us through the game.
Yeah, we knew we knew that this game will be a very tough game for us, because always when we visit here, we sometimes lose out. Last time also, I think we lost out twice on 1-0. So today was another ball game, because we're also fighting to get into a top 8. We are trying, because we don't know what happened on the other side. So that's why we fought tooth and nail today.
Looking at it, looking at your performance and the results, would you say it's a true reflection of how your team performed?
Yeah, definitely. I think we had more chances of going forward. I think we created more chances. It's not like, although the pitch it's not good, it's not playable, it's just kick and run and follow. But I think we were a better side, and the result I'm happy with. Definitely.
Tomorrow you are facing KK Palace, the final dance, the final league game of the season. Talk to us, what can you expect different from your side?
Yeah, you know, after playing such a tough match with Chula, and players giving their all, I don't know how it's going to be, but we're definitely ready for tomorrow also. So we're going to rest well today and then see what can happen tomorrow. But we definitely want to take something out of that game also.
Thank you very much, Coach.
the match. Chula versus Okahandja United.
Coach, 1-1, just a point today. Talk to us about the match today.
Yeah, it's one of those matches where you need experience to handle such situation. Yeah, what can you say? We got a lead and we're supposed to double it up, but unfortunately, lucky was not on our side. And then maybe ancients, the boys started now thinking like, let's protect the one goal, which was already a mistake because it was too early. And then we started allowing Okahandja to play in the middle of the park, where I think as a coach I was supposed to react very fast. I think that one hit me so much that I reacted a bit late because I saw someone in the middle that he was not doing the right job. And then unfortunately Okahandja was playing long ball and this person was so strong in the air. But immediately when they changed, I could have also changed immediately. But unfortunately, when you don't have experience, those are the games that you have to win and then you drop points.
The results came in from Windhoek. It says that African Stars 0, UNAM 0. The title is yet still in contention. Talk to us. What can you expect tomorrow in the game against Buccaneers?
This is wonderful. This is a season that nobody will forget. So I hope my brothers at the African Stars know that they have now a sister team that can push them up. If they have been relaxing throughout the seasons, this is a season that they will never forget, knowing that there is a team called Chula with many inexperienced players, but they push until the last day of the league to decide the title. So I wish them good luck. They have experience, they have been there. You can't take that away from them, but we, with our own a little bit of energy that we have, we can push all the way.
Thank you very much, Coach, and good luck for tomorrow's game.
Yes, as you have heard there from the coaches, Stein, I mean, especially here with John Sikerete saying that, you know, the inexperienced players, that is what you get. I mean, if, you know, you play with the inexperienced players, I mean, pressure would be perhaps a little bit too much for them before we take them through the highlights.
Yes, definitely spot on there by Coach Sikerete, because he said the inexperienced player sometimes doesn't know what to do, especially where they are under pressure. So they got panic and then they lose focus, and sometimes they forget what really the coach instructed them to do.
Yes, and it is up to the wire, as you have said, Stein. I mean, Stars are still occupying first position, and Africans, Chula on second. We are still waiting for tomorrow's game. How important is those games?
To be honest, both teams, Star and Chula tomorrow, they are facing tough opponents. You have Ongos, I think they won 2-0, if I'm not mistaken, just that we couldn't confirm, but they were reading 2-0. And then you see Buccaneers, they give KK run of their money today here, and they are also here, they want to be on the top 8, remember? And then if that chance can be again given to them, they will make sure they spoil Chula's party. And then on the other side, yes, it's going to be another match everybody has been waiting between African Star and Ongos. That is going to be probably one of the match of the season, because I'm sure there is Coach Canarero there, and he was a former coach of African Star, just the same as we witnessed the game between KK and Buccaneers, and coach always wanted to prove that, yes, I'm still a better coach where I am, and I want to show you today.
As you can see, the highlights are rolling for you there, for especially when you have, missed this match here. And I think the referee there was perhaps signaling the end of the first half there. But then on the second half, that is where Eeshoke Chula really came through. You know, trying to get through that defense there, but then equally to the task was the goalkeeper there. And wisely fast, look at that, pushing forward, really giving in that cross. Goalkeeper couldn't handle that one. And Shiove really saying thank you very much, putting that one in the back of the net, and that is where Eeshoke Chula took the lead. As you can see, they're wisely fast there, really, with that cross. And he had a very good game today, Stain.
Yes, he was very much effective today, and you could see that power run that he did there, and then one could see it was really, really ambitious, and the ball that he crossed in, and resulting to a 1-0 in favor of them. And then again, that was his moment that he was supposed to prove that, yes, I'm the only big, strong striker that can do everything, scoring and also assisting.
So you can see there. And for now, Stein, I should say thank you very much for coming through. Really appreciate it. And we will still meet tomorrow. From my side here, Donald Bogosing Twaro Pudi. What's on? Up until tomorrow, it is goodbye and good night.